again, I appreciate waiting with a delay of about 10 minutes with my computer system. So things that happen to students also, what I thought happened to teachers. I came so close to actually tossing my computer, and I'm like, nope, can't do that. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. So the idea today is that I'm gonna make sure that everybody understands the collisions, and that's what your opening question was, and hopefully everyone has answered. The difference between an inelastic collision as well as an elastic collision. I'm going to show you a couple of sample problems today, and then I'm going to have you complete 6 problems. And with those 6 problems, that's going to be I'm going to look at it as an assessment to see what your understanding is.
What's up, guys? I'm in school, but I'm starting playing arena.
As well as elastic collisions. I'm going to tell you right now, since I still got people on dark screen, and again, I don't know if you're there or not, because I always ask guys at least show up for a moment so I can see. I'm going to give you a couple of instructions via our class. It's not going to be just in Google Classroom. Why? Because I want to make sure that people are paying attention. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. And then I got Evan like, what do you mean, Roberts? We always pay attention. Well, I know some of you guys zone out towards the end. So I'm saying let's not do so, okay? So what's going to happen next week, because I know we start back on 1 and 2 again, next week, you guys are going to work on your primary assessment on Newton's laws, as well as a tie-in to momentum. I'm going to give you class time to do so. It's going to be due towards the end of the week, and then we're going to start towards the end of the week. I should say it's going to be due Thursday, so I'm going to give you class time to do it. We're going to start working energy. In terms of the end of the semester, you have one more primary assessment. I know some of you guys went back and you went over your labs. That's what I'm in the process of doing right now, to go through and double check what you did and what and have you, to try to adjust and so forth. So you do have at least another major grade. There'll be a secondary here and there, but you're kind of looking at roughly where you are, so to speak, but it can bump up and bump down depending on what you do with this next assignment. All right? Anybody with the good of the cause? Okay. If not, moving forward with this, with the homework, and what I should say, and I'm going to kind of use the homework, and I would have asked, but I'm 10 minutes behind where I should be. So the idea between an elastic and an inelastic collision is this. Conservation of momentum pertains. That means whatever you're starting off with, you're going to end up with. And I'm going to show you that today through a math concept. With an elastic collision when I read through the opening questions, this is not for you guys to go and ask Siri or ask Google or any of that kind of stuff. I'm trying to see what you can bring back to me. These are the 2 key things that I need from you. An inelastic collision means when the identities come together, they become one. All right, so if you have a dart and there's a dart board and you toss a dart, well, that dart has momentum, the dart board doesn't have momentum. So that's a system. And when I toss that dartboard, hopefully the intent is that the dart goes into the dartboard. They become one. So that's an inelastic collision. All right? Elastic collision is when one identity and another identity interact, and after that interaction, they're still their own identities. So if I'm going through bumper cars, you're in a bumper car, I'm in a bumper car. We collide. We bounce off of each other, or we hit and, one goes off and one goes in another direction. That's an elastic collision, because at the end of the day, we're still bumper cars, or we're still in bumper cars. Both of those scenarios, the dart and the dartboard, the bumper car, conservation occurs. Whatever we start off with, we end up with. And with that tie-in, the difference is when they become one or they're bouncing off of each other, what you're going to see is a manipulation between mass and volume. Mass and velocity. And why is that? Because that's momentum. So next week I'm going to ask you, because you're going to be the teacher teaching me. And I want to know how much do you thoroughly understand Newton's laws and the tie back in with momentum. So momentum is things want to move. And if they want to move, they want to continue to move. That's Newton's first law. Or part of Newton's first law. Newton's second law says, you know what? Forces get things to change. So if I'm moving and then I stop, or if I'm moving and I go faster, then I changed. Because a force was applied. Newton's second law.
Let's go, guys.
That's an impulse. Newton's third law, for every action there's an equal but opposite reaction. Bug hits windshield, windshield hits bug. Who has more force? Neither. Who sees a greater acceleration? The thing that's smaller. That's momentum, conservation momentum. Whatever we start off with, we end up with. Because what you're going to keep hearing over and over again is we can't create, we can't destroy, we only change forms of things. So once I have something that has motion, it wants to continue that motion. And when it continues that motion, it's going to, unfortunately or fortunately, here on this planet, we're going to stop. Unlike the planet itself, it's always going to be rotating. Or at least we hope it's always going to be rotating. So when we apply a stop, or we apply a change, it's because something forced it to do so. Alright? That's what I'm going to get off of you guys, or I'm hoping I'm going to get off of you guys. Because you're going to give me, you know, your own interpretation with these Newton's laws and the tie back in. So, with the homework going through very quickly, and like I said, I jotted that I saw a few of you didn't submit, and again, it is what it is, but I'm trying to give you guys the skills to keep practicing. What I want to make sure that everybody understands is conservation momentum always occurs in a system. And when you're looking at this type of system, and we're talking about you in orbit, because this was like question number 17, and like I said, I'm going to briefly go through it. If we could get out into space, and you're chilling, but your friend is moving towards you, and you both have equal mass, and your friend then becomes one with you, they grab you, then you're in an inelastic collision. And this is what I'm trying to say to you guys over and over again. I need you to think. If you're walking in the hallway at Eastern High School, and your friend jumps on your back, I know I've said this before, is there any way that you can continue to keep moving forward with the same rate with your friend now on your back? Can't. Because what does your friend just make you do? Your friend just increased your mass. And if they increased your mass, it makes it harder for you to walk forward. Unless you apply an extra force. Because once you're in motion, what do you want to do? You're in the zone. Yeah, I got to get to class. I got to get to class. I get it. I got to get to class. I got to get to class. Your friend jumps on your back. You're like, I got to still get to class, but my friend is now making me heavier. So if it's making you heavy, you're going to slow down. You're not going to go as fast. So in these kind of situations, what you're still going to see is you will pick up because you know, if your friend is now part of you, you will pick up and your friend will slow down. But at the end of the day, it's a wash. And what do I mean by the wash? Whatever the momentum before is going to get equal momentum after. And I'm going to show you that in about 5 minutes. Number 18 talks about colliding, and I'm going to be honest. If we were physically in room 401, we would be doing more of this. I got to cut things out, and this is one of these things I'm going to cut out. But again, what I got to make sure, because I'm your physics teacher, I want to make sure you at least have an understanding. With collisions, everything that we've been talking about is like a head-on or something bumping in or Granny and Ambrose picking up and going as one. Well, in reality, things also come on angles. Knocking on wood, case in point. You're at an intersection, the light just turned green. And I hope this doesn't happen to you, but you're at an intersection, the light just turns green. You go through the intersection, but someone blows the other light. Comes at you. So there's going to be a collision. Alright? And with that collision, one's going in one direction, one's going in a different direction. And what's going to happen is when that collides, you're going to go off on a quote-unquote tangent. So that comes back to resultants of what we did before, like the a squared, the b squared, if we're at 90 degrees going on. So even things on angles still have conservation. And I understand that unfortunately that's more of a situation, a realistic situation, that if you're driving something, and I hope again it doesn't happen, hits you and you go off on an angle. So that's number 18. So it does still happen. It does still happen. With number 22, and again, I'm going to show you how to go back and look at the math equation in a moment. With number 22, it says I have a blob of putty moving at 3 meters per second. It slams into another blob of putty that's at rest. So you guys right now, this is what my interpretation and what I need you to start thinking about to be successful in this part of this unit. If a blob is moving, then automatically I need you to think of it as momentum.
Kids dog water, literally bites like a fish.
Alright, there's a secondary thing where there's a blob of putty at rest. Alright, when something's at rest, P equals mv, there is no velocity. So if there is no velocity, that means it's not moving. So the system right now is between one blob and another blob. So one has momentum, one doesn't. Alright, great. But is there an amount of momentum to start off with? Absolutely. And how do I figure that out? Well, the first blob has a mass, has a velocity, so 2 times 3 is going to get me 6. 6 what? 6 kilograms times meter per second. And why is that? Because momentum is mass times velocity. So I'm seeing the first thing has a kilogram of 2, and then it has a velocity, let me write the units, and has a velocity of 3. So at the end of the day, I have 6 kilograms times meter per second. All right, for the first blob. Now, where is it going? It's going forward. So, I mean, in theory, in technicality, it's going forward. So now that it's going forward, it hits another object, and that object's at rest. So the overall momentum in the beginning is 6 plus 0, and it's going to be 6. So that's how much total momentum I have in the beginning. My momentum in the beginning. And I'm going to say start or before. Okay? And the thing about conservation is whatever we start off with, we end up with. So if I'm starting off with 6, then I have to end up with 6. So my momentum after is going to also have to be 6. But here's the thing, and this is what I'm going to expect out of you guys today. You should be able to tell me what kind of collision that is. And in part A, it says the 2 things stick together. So as soon as they stick together...
Inelastic.
It's inelastic. So think about that as Granny and Ambrose. Granny is moving, Ambrose is chilling. Now Granny picks up Ambrose. So again, if they're inelastic, they become 1. So when I'm looking at my after, P equals mv. What's my m now? Both of those things together. So if they're both of those things together, I got 2 kilograms and 2 kilograms, it's going to give me 4. So my momentum after has to be 6. My m is now 4. So I should be able to calculate my velocity. So 6 divided by 4, or 3 halves, you can look at it that way as a fraction, is 1.5 meters per second. 1.5 meters per second. Where? Forward. And this is what I'm going to ask more of you today when I ask you to do math problems. Because I'm going to prove to yourself that you know stuff. Or you're going to prove to me that you know stuff. If you go back and think about this, the first blob was moving at 3. When it hit the other blob, it's now moving at 1.5. Does that make sense? Should it go slower? The answer is yes. It has to go slower. Why is it going slower? Because the mass has been increased. If I take the other flip side, the object originally was at rest, and now it's moving. Is it going faster? Yeah. Because now it's part of that system. And with that part of that system, my momentum...
I'm about to take this dub, boys.
I started with 6.
I know I'm in school, but
the thing that's being adjusted is my mass and my volume. I mean, my volume.
Gonna grind. I was gonna grind.
So there is no negative here because it's not going backwards. It's still going forward. And why is that? I have a positive 6. I still got to get a positive 6 here. So if I have to get a positive 6 here, that velocity has to be positive. It's not like it's ricocheting backwards. So if it was negative 6, because someone's asking me, what if it was negative 6, that means it's going in the opposite direction. So then the velocity would have to be in the opposite direction. Because forces and velocities will counter out, will be equal to each other. In part B, it says calculate the speed of 2 blobs if the first mass was 4. All right, so what's different about this scenario? Well, in the beginning it was 2. Now it's 4. So what did I just do to the mass, or what did the problem just do to the mass? It increased the mass. So if you're moving and you hit something that's bigger than you, do you think you're going to be able to move as much as this value that you just calculated? No, you're not. So my mass now is not 4, but it's 2 plus 4, which is 6. So now what's my velocity? 1. As a system. 1. So again, going back to that thought, if I had to, now the thing is bigger. Can it go as fast as what it was when I just calculated? And the answer is no. So this is a way to go through and prove or see if the numbers actually make sense. Any questions there with 22? Alright, I'll take silence as that we're okay. Then moving to the next little piece. Moving to the next little piece. With number 23.
No way! How do I die there?
Find that object's in motion, want to stay in motion.
No way! No way! I died there, bro. No way.
What the handlebars are going to do is provide you a force to try.
No way! I died there, bro. How the fuck?
It's trying to provide you more time to come to a stop, and that's the same thing with an airbag. With an airbag with impulse, this will help you for your assignment next week. Airbag with an impulse means a change in momentum. So if you're going to stop, it's going to happen regardless. But if you don't want to feel as much of that stop, you want to increase your time. So what does an airbag do? It gives you greater time, so your force is going to be less. So you're going to still stop. It's where do you want to feel? And I'm going to relate that to the question with number 26. If we were in room 401, and I apologize for always saying that, but these are my little demonstrations that we would do. I would ask us to all go outside, and up against the wall right outside of my classroom, I would assign somebody an egg, and I would assign 2 other students to hold a tablecloth. And with that tablecloth, I would ask you to stretch it out, those 2 students. Then the person with the egg, I would say to them, I want you as much force as you possibly can to throw that egg at that tablecloth. What's going to happen? That egg is going to be moving, and it's going to hit the tablecloth, and it's going to stop. Right? That's an impulse. And then we're going to look at the egg, and guess what? The egg's going to be fine. And the reason why the egg's going to be fine is that tablecloth is moving in time. It's time to stop. So at that moment of impact, there's not a lot of force. Then I'm going to ask you.
Whoa.
And as soon as that egg hits the wall of the school, what do you think's going to happen to the egg?
It's gonna break.
It's going to break. All right? You know it's going to break. And why is it going to break? It still stopped, but now there's a difference in what it looks like afterwards. And the reason why there's going to be a difference is when it hits that wall, it is a short time, so there's a great force right then and there. And that force is enough to break the egg. So that's the whole purpose of trying to give you time to stop. So that's those type of questions. The same type of thing with the firefighter.
How do I die then?
With high pressure system, that nozzle in the air, the water is being shot forward, so the nozzle, or I should say the fireman is being pushed backwards. So if you've ever seen in movies or even in real life, when we're talking about a very, very big fire and they're trying to use a lot of pressure of water, they have to have multiple people holding that fire hose to make sure that they're not just going back and they're trying to go forward to put out the fire. So that's all the tie-in with momentum, which is part of Newton's laws. Anybody have any questions before I start with the math process? All right. If that's the case. I just posted out to you sample problems that I'm going to walk through with you, and then telling you what I want back in return when I send out your homework in a moment, or I should say afterwards. So, sharing my screen for a moment. I'm giving you 3 different scenarios, and honestly, 2 of the scenarios are similar, but I'm going to just say the way the interpretation is. So, this is what I'm going to expect from you guys in return. I'm going to have 6 problems that I'm having due Sunday night, and why not Monday? Because again, I know I'm not going to see you on Monday, but I need to fix anything before you start your assignment on Tuesday. So I need the time to go through this. Number 1 is talking about a cannon and a cannonball. We've used that scenario multiple times. So there's a cannon and a cannonball. The cannon and the cannonball are at rest. As soon as it says that it's at rest, everybody better be saying it doesn't have momentum. So if it doesn't have any momentum in the beginning, then honestly at the end, the system can't have momentum. And then you're going to say, well, how does that work? Well, how it's going to work is for every action, there's an equal but opposite reaction. That means something's going forward, something's going backwards. So we have a positive and we have a negative. Those two values are going to be equal but opposite. And when I combine an equal but opposite, what do I get? I get a value of a 0, meaning the overall system
Idiot.
is 0. Each independent thing,
Hold on, how does he not die?
at the end of the day, they're going to look like a state of equilibrium. So I have a cannon that's loaded and a cannonball. I fire it. We've already seen this in action on a YouTube clip. The cannon fires and pushes the cannonball with a speed of 40. How fast will the cannon move backwards? So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, what kind of collision is this? So we have a cannon and a cannonball together as one. It fires and they separate. So unlike everything that we've been talking about, like, hey, here's Granny moving and here's Amber's, and we're going to pick them up and they become one. This is a reverse action. So explosions or things like that are inelastic collisions. So this right here is an inelastic collision. They were one and then they separate. And when they separate, if you pick up all those little pieces of the momentum, it's going to equal back up to what it was originally. So with the cannon being loaded and the cannonball being at such a value, they're both at rest. So when they're both at rest, what that's going to look like initially is cannon and cannonball. P equals mv, P equals mv. So the cannon has a mass of 5 kilograms, the velocity 0. The cannonball has a mass of 0.5 kilograms, obviously, and its velocity is also 0. So in both of those cases, the momentum is going to be 0. So 0 plus 0 is going to get me 0. All right, so my initial, or maybe 4, is going to be 0 kg times meter per second. Now my after has to be 0 kg meters per second. So what happens after? Well, the cannon goes in one direction, the cannonball goes in another. So what I have here is P equals mv. But not only P equals mv, I have another mv. Why? Because this is separating. It was 1, and now it's back to 2 parts. So if I look at what the cannon is, 5 kilograms with a velocity, plus I look at what the cannonball is, 0.5 with its velocity. Now how do I get something to be 0? That means one thing has to go in one direction, one thing has to go in the other direction,
Just on my phone.
and these values have to be equal but opposite. So what I have is, here it says the cannon fires and pushes the cannonball forward with a speed of 40. So 0.5 times 40 gets me a value.
How did you not die? You're 10. You're 10, bro. How did you not die there, bro? I hit you for so much. How did you not die? I hit him for 1976.
So now I have 5 times x plus 20. So that means on this other side, this value has to be negative 20.
Shit.
And why? I can substitute it over. Bring this over. And then I have 20. So negative 5x equals 20. So, Marsh, you're near me now. Well, how many times does a negative 5 go into 20?
Negative 4 times.
Yeah. So, 4 times. So what we have there is that this thing is traveling at a rate of 4 meters per second going backwards. Arjun, I got you with a question. Or maybe you're reading.
I don't know if it's just me, but I can't see what you're doing on the screen.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, no, like it's separate. Since you're on,
No.
since you're on.
You gotta go to my face then.
Yeah, since you're on screen share, it shows that.
Yep. So, and I know that that's when you guys go dark screen and I have a screen share, you have to look at me. So you're gonna see that, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, all I have to do is like click on the picture of you and then it makes you bigger than the screen.
Yeah, like I think it's like a thumbnail or something like that. It's called a thumbnail.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. All right, so what you're gonna see is I'm going 4 meters per second backwards. because the cannon's going one direction and the cannonball's going in an opposite direction. With number, any questions there? All right, with number two, it says I have a rubber bumper car moving at 4 meters per second, collides with another rubber bumper car at rest. So off the bat...
Can I see the thing again? Can I see what you have?
Off the bat, one thing has momentum, one thing does not. And I'm going to stop sharing it in a second just so I can read it and not look back to me. If the 1,000 kilogram car continues to move forward, what is the speed of the 80 kilogram car? So I'll stop share to make it maybe easier for you guys. The reason I have rubber bumper car is because I'm thinking of we're at the amusement park and we're in the bumper cars. As soon as I'm saying a rubber bumper car, is that an elastic collision or an inelastic collision?
Elastic.
Elastic. So just like I'm going to ask you on the questions I'm going to give you for homework, you're going to state that if it's an elastic or inelastic collision. So it's an elastic collision. So with an elastic collision, still conservation comes into play. So I need to know how much momentum do I have initially. Well, the first car is 1,000, so P equals MV. I got to find out how much momentum the first car has. So I see that it has 1,000 kilograms and that it's moving at 4 meters per second. So it has momentum. That's the first car. And I can find out very quickly that 4 times 1,000 gets me 4,000. The second car has 800. It's not moving. So that means it has no momentum. So I have the first car having momentum, the second car not having momentum. So Spencer, you're kind of close to me right now. What's my total momentum of the system?
Total momentum?
Yeah, the total momentum. If the first car is giving me 4,000 and the second car is giving me 0, what's my total momentum right now?
Are you serious?
4,000. So my momentum in the beginning is 4,000. So that's how much momentum I have in the beginning. Guess what I have to end with? Carlos, how much do I have to end with?
4,000.
4,000. So I have to end with 4,000. So now I have to play the game. P equals MV. But since Nazir said that this was an elastic collision, that means both of these identities are still intact. So now I'm going to have 4,000 equals mass times velocity of the first plus mass times velocity of the second. And they have to give you one of the values. And the one value that they gave you was the first car is still moving forward with 2.
Just dog water, bro.
The first car is still moving with 2. So what does that mean? I know how much momentum that first car has. I have 4,000 equals 2,000 plus 80 times x. Or 80 times v, because that's the velocity I'm looking for. So take a moment, see what you guys can bring back to the table. Someone get, or I should say everybody put in the chat. That way I can know that people are still in class. What kind of velocity are we going to get for that second car once they collide with an elastic collision? If I have right now 4,000 equals 2,000 plus 800 times my unknown. Oh, now what did I say? 80. My bad. Thank you. Keep me honest. It's 800, not 80. Thank you, Brady.
So it'd be like... Sweet.
So what's 4,000 minus 2,000? Or 2,000 from 4,000, I should say.
2,000.
Yep. So now that looks like 2,000 down here, and I'm running out of space. Happy to go back into the school on Monday. I need a bigger whiteboard. So 2,000 equals 800x.
So it's like 1 point. No, 2 point. No, 2 point.
Yeah, 2 point something. Keep going.
Okay.
So I'm seeing that most people are getting this. What's the unit for velocity?
Kilograms times meters per second.
Well, that's for momentum. I'm going to got Ava, because Ava's one of my first in. Ava, what was the unit for velocity?
Meters per second.
Meters per second. So, 2,000 divided by 800 is 2.5. 2.5 what? Meters per second. And, since velocity, since this object's going forward, it is also still going forward. Okay? I got majority of you guys answering. Alright? Everybody okay with that type of problem?
I have a question.
Is that Joel? Sounds like Joel.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How did, can you show me the board again?
Yeah.
How did you get like 10,000 times 2 down there?
Okay, so
10,000 times 2.
This is the beginning, right? And then the second part of the, and I don't have it shared, it says the 1,000 kilogram car after the collision is still moving.
No, dude, this gets a sweat.
Oh, it's here. You got 1,000 times 2. Are you with me, Joel?
Yeah.
Are you with me? So that means it still has momentum after the collision.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how much that other car is moving by. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to still see is it's both of these things are equaling still up to what we started with originally.
Okay.
All right, so now I'm going to ask you the next little question to everybody. This car cut its speed down. This second car was not moving, and now it is moving. So I'm hoping that you can see that it's just transferring momentum from one portion to the other, so it's still maintaining it. Okay? Last part, because I got 2 minutes, and we can do it. It's like a Granny and Ambrose. So I'm going to share my screen just for a second, because I don't have it in front of me, so I can read it. And hopefully I'm not offending any football players online right now, because I'm hoping that I said the correct terms. It says during a goal line stand, a 100 kilogram fullback is running at a speed of 8. As soon as you see that, you know it has momentum. Do the math quickly. You got what its momentum is. It collides head on with a linesman standing still. Standing still means it has no momentum. So where is all the momentum of the system coming from? The thing that was moving. So you could tell me very easily, I hope, how much momentum that system has initially. The two players become entangled and move at the same velocity after the collision. So I'm going to stop my share. So if they become entangled, what kind of collision is that? Elastic or inelastic?
Inelastic.
Inelastic. So they come together as one. So if I go through the process again, I got a fullback and I got a linesman. Again, hopefully I said the terms right. So one has momentum, one doesn't in this situation, which is fine. But I can see that I had 100 times 8. So I'm getting 800 kilograms times meter per second coming from the fullback because they are moving. And then the linesman is trying to hold their ground and they're standing still. I got 75 kilograms times 0, which is 0. Just like Spencer did before, can we tell how much total momentum I have initially? Tiana, can I get you for that? Can you tell me how much total momentum we have initially?
Um, 800 kilograms.
Yep. And it's going to be 800 kilograms times meter per second. So that's what I'm starting with. I start with this. So what must I end with? As Carlos had made mention before, you end with the same amount as what you start with. You end with the same amount as what you start with. So I'm ending with 800 kilograms times meter per second. However, Nazir said because they're entangled, that means they're in an inelastic collision. What does that mean? my P equals my MV.
When they
My
combine.
masses have to combine. My masses have to combine. And what are my two masses? The one person is 100, the second person is 75. So now I got 175. So real quickly, you divide the two, and I got a value, an X, of about 4.6, because I know I'm holding you guys for a minute, and I apologize. 4.6 meters per second going forward. So you now have an example of each of the type of problems that I'm going to give you for homework.
Why is it 175?
Because you added your two masses. The mass of the one person was 100, and the mass of the second person was 75.
Oh yeah, okay.
So they came together as one. So for homework, you have 6 problems, and with those 6 problems, they're giving you a suggestion of what you're trying to find. So you need to show that. The second thing that you need to show for each problem is what kind of collision is it, an elastic or an inelastic collision.
800.
And then the third thing, to give it a little bit of grit, explain in your own words, not your friends' words, not the internet's words, not Google's words, does those numbers make sense? If something's small and it's getting hit, it should have a greater velocity. If something's big getting hit, it's going to have a less velocity. And why? Because that's Newton's
What would the
second law.
units be for after the 4.6?
Velocity is meters per second.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
this is going to help you guys help yourself for this next primary assessment. So I need to see if it is sticking, no pun intended. Anybody with questions? And I apologize that I kept you 3 minutes late. All right, have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, everyone.
I just have a question.
Go ahead, Nazir.
Did you get my ball and buggy? Like the.
If I did, I haven't even looked at it.
Okay.
Did you send me an email? Did you send me an email? Because that's this weekend for me going through the ball and
Oh
buggy.
yeah, I forgot the email, but I.
Well, that's another way for me to know that you did it, you goofy.
And did you get my homework from last night? I submitted it. I thought it was due. Well, not from last night, from 2 nights ago. I thought it was due before class time, so I could submit it right before class time.
All right. Yeah, I just looked at it before, because like I said, when I couldn't get into Zoom, I
Yeah.
had to reboot the whole entire system, like going through, like boom, 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 like I was saying some choice words, which probably is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Just what the heck of all days? I don't like I can't.
Yeah, we were so confused.
So if you did, I'll go back and look. Well, yeah, because now I'm getting emails like, are we in class? I'm like, I'm trying. I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be happy if we all can get back together.
Oh, I gotta send you this video.
24/7.
I gotta send you this video. I was with
Is it like a teacher?
No, it's like a physics
Okay.
thing. It's like a physics thing.
Is it a teacher like pulling their hair out? Like,
No.
what was it?
So I was at the
No, send it. What was it?
I'm telling you right now what it is.
Franklin Institute.
Yeah, I was at the
I can't, go ahead.
I was at the Franklin Institute with Lena Welsh. You have her.
Okay.
And we
Yep.
we went to the science room and I took a video of like the thing, like the ball where they let go and then like yeah.
It goes back and forth.
Yeah, and then I have another video of one where you just pull the strings and then. So I'm gonna send them to the Google Classroom.
All right. Well, thank you. So you were geeking out a little bit, right?
Yeah, we took, yeah, and we took the train to Philly.
How was that?
It was crazy.
Was it packed?
Not really. It was just us on the first train, and then we went to the Franklin Institute, and then we went to the Love
The
Love Park.
like,
Yeah, Love
thing,
Park.
you
Love
know,
Park.
Like to take pictures and stuff.
Yeah, and then we went to. I was also with Gabe. I don't know if you know Gabe and yeah. And then we went to Rocky Steps.
Did you guys actually run up the steps?
Yeah, we have a video
You know
of it.
what? That's the next lesson that I teach you is work, energy, and power. So you guys were technically doing physics work, meaning that you're calculating, you can figure out how much energy you're using to get up the stairs and how powerful you can do. Because you're gonna have
Yeah, we took a video of it too. Yeah. Yeah.
My thing right now for getting out is just taking my dog around the park.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's what's unfortunate. I'm just like I kind of not that I'm supposed to put any of my opinions. I just need to get some type of normal.
Yeah.
It's being normal. It's not talking on the computer.
Yeah, no.
I know you keep your screen on, but I'm gonna tell you, if this is my life right now.
Yeah, it's so hard because like you're so like students don't understand that you guys are so used to looking at the students and you know like if they need help. Yeah, and it's so hard. But and on the other end, it's hard for us because we have our beds, we have anything else. Yeah.
How many times have I busted your chops to get your butt out of bed because you're sleeping?
A lot.
You know that too. Like you're not even on screen right now, so you know I'm telling the truth.
I have a lot of I need like I don't know what I woke up for my first class, but then after my first class I just like fell asleep. I realized like I thought I didn't have a class, and it's the class that I have a lot of absences in. But like, do I get marked absent or tardy
Yes.
or tardy late if I'm like in class like late?
Okay, so here's the kid.
Huh?
You're more than
Is it 15 minutes?
15 minutes or something like that. It's totally absent. And for 10 minutes it's totally absent. So the Wednesday, I would keep you my school on, you're totally absent. I'm like, no, it's my fault. You know what I mean? But that's the way that here's the thing. Being able to go through and look to see what the after moments are. But I know some of my students are on, but they're not somewhere else. They're just on screen. So what did I do today? I'm like, I'm giving you more instruction. Because I'm gonna start. I'm tired of
Yeah, like no one's really like answering questions or like
Yep.
they don't want to.
Well, I got people that are asking questions on the chat, which is fine. But it is, as a teacher for 30 years, I have never once, this year I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I probably don't know 3/4 of my classes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know you guys were right now. And that's very sad.
Yeah, it's hard for teachers too, cause like they never had to do anything like this. Like it's not the normal.
No, it's not the normal. So my deal is I know that this is so boring because I can't get you guys to like class. I try to get you guys to class. And it's just I don't know. But I hope the intent is still there that I do want you guys to be successful. I'm trying to get you guys to be successful.
Like I get it. Like a lot of students like in this class are like doing bad, but like you're trying to like let us get like more extra stuff done and like get some points back. But like some people don't even take advantage of that, even if they're doing bad. Like you're trying your best.
Yeah. So, but anyway, thank you for being on. So now, was that where you were going the other day? I know I can't tell.
Well, I went to a doctor's appointment, and then I came home really fast, and then I went to the facility and stuff.
Awesome. I'm glad you can help. So let's see how my thing is here. Your bedroom. And I think I said this to you before. Your bedroom is supposed to be a place to chill.
Yeah.
Now it's your classroom.
Yeah.
So when you're on your bed, your body's already saying it's time to go to bed. And you're like, no. So you can't, there's a difference. And I know some students are, and it's my own kids too. You can't, your sleep cycles are so messed up now. Because you're like, alright, am I chilling? Am I not chilling?
Like I literally last night I had to stay up until like And the last thing, I also feel like we're not, like, we're learning a lot. I also think that, like, we're learning a lot. Like, you guys are teaching a lot, but, like, kids are just not doing the work. They're just, like, they're just looking it up. Like, we're not learning. I don't think we're learning. We're motivated. Like, this has keeps us not motivated into learning because we just look up the answers and it's just not fun. It's just
How many times do I say stop looking at Google? What's wrong?
a lot.
Right? Am I not correct about that?
Mm-hmm.
You Google it and then you put these answers down and look at this. I'm like, what the heck is this value? This makes no sense. So how do I how do I say this? How do I call you out on the graph?
Yeah.
And that's not learning. Does that make sense too?
Yeah.
Now here's the flip side. Practice something. Here's a different thing. Here's a different scenario. Practice something. And you're like, you know what? I'm still not getting it. Alright, yes, I know. Go look at the YouTube thing. Go look at it. You know what? Whatever. But if you're physically trying to take a worksheet and say, okay, here it is, you don't even know if you're doing it right or that thing on the internet is correct.
Yeah.
And what I started to do more and more, the stuff that's out there is so wrong. So now wrote it down, and I have to now make people understand it's wrong. And I just need another 5 minutes instead of trying to practice it and say, okay, you know, you sort of got it, this. So I have to unteach what you just did to make you wrong.
Yeah.
And it's more this year because, again, I take it, you're all home, so it's not going to play. It's not, look, Robert did it.
Or even,
Go ahead.
or even like people like turn their cameras off and like sleep and don't pay attention. Like they can sleep with their cameras off.
I know that, and that's what I keep saying to parents. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, you have to be listening to me. You have to be trying this practice. And I'm not trying to keep you guys busy, but I really am not.
Yeah.
Practice it. If you want to be better for something else, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So again, I hope I'm not coming across as a bad guy. Maybe I am, but I'm a bad guy because I'm trying to get you guys to learn.
Yeah.
So, and I know that's in particular, and I'm trying to call your class out. Your class is one of these all notes. For my other one, I had at least 0.5%, half the class A's. So I feel like I see their faces, so I know who they are.
Yeah.
And I'm being serious. These people in the hallway right now, I don't think I really recognize my class. I know leaders, you know, I know like, you know, control, talks, you know, but and that's very scary.
I'm not. I don't think I'm coming back. I don't think I'm going back because just like safety reasons, but like I want to go back.
Well, what if I tell you, and I'm going to be honest, but it's your decision, the governor has allowed it to issues. If I tell you right now, in your class, one day, like, forget the Thanksgiving thing, the prior to the right? My 8 time, you know how there's that hybrid and evening thing?
Yeah.
One of them, I only saw one student in your class. The other one, I saw 3.
lot of students aren't gonna go. So I might decide. I'm gonna ask my mom. Like,
So, I know, and here's the old school thing too. Again, you always have to monitor what you look at and then make an opinion.
yeah.
I know that in New Jersey, back in September, they're showing clips all over social media, like in Florida, like some crowded hallways. I will tell you, as someone at Eastern, if I saw 3 kids walking down my hallway, that was a lot. You don't get these classes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to convince you anymore.
Yeah.
But I see things a little differently than what is what's out there. Now, to say that everyone's like, you know what, I'm tired of going back in. And not for nothing, I think we need to get back in. But you also have to understand that you need to be wearing your mask, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing this. And if this vaccine comes through and so forth, you know, I get it. But I'm telling you, I have the same thing as well. I see more people than I see people walking my dog. But then that's not me saying, you know, I'm seeing you guys on the screen. I'm saying,
Yeah.
so then that also makes it challenging for me. If I'm going to try to take a lab or somebody that's in my question. So I don't know. It's an astrogen, that's what we call it. An astrogen. And we're trying to do the best we can, and hopefully I'm hoping that it's coming across.
Practices are starting Monday.
Yes, I know, that's my daughter for basketball.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
But here's the thing that kills me, it's her senior year, and I can't see any of her games.
That's just like, it,
So she, you know, so I said, I guess there's no senior recognition. She's like, I don't know, Mom. Maybe you'll still have a video and you'll be like I'm out the outside, I'm like, I can't even see her. I'm like, okay, so just play ball. And I said, you know, and it's sad for me because this is Ed. She's not going to do that, right? So I said, you know, in my mind, I'm like, so that's the sad thing too.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get it, but with girls basketball, he's not as crazy as guys that he's in our town. It's unfortunate that the gym is so big that they could do let one parent come in and we all distance ourselves. You know what I mean? So, like, it is what it is. I get it. So, take a picture of ourselves and fuck this for me. But anyway.
Or do like,
Go ahead.
or do like the NFL does, like have like 2, like people in the gym.
And here's the other, and I'm not for nothing, I get it, they're equals, I get it. I think there's a difference, and I even think professional athletes are saying there's a difference when there's not somebody in the stands.
Yeah, wait, yeah.
You know, there's a difference. Or it might be better because you're not hearing everybody. But I know my daughter, she knows I enjoy seeing her play.
Yeah, that's like my stepmom, like she enjoys like messing with us, like when we're playing a game, like just like,
So, I don't know. It is what it is. So we just look forward. And you know what I mean? So we still
yeah.
overcome things. So that's what it means. So, have a good weekend, okay?
Have a good weekend.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh. Doo-doo. Boop, boop. Baby, oh crap! That's what I gotta do. I haven't even started. Whatever, I don't even care.
You want me to come? Hey, yo, that's not what I meant. And one, valley, yes sir. Bro, get back on defense, bro. We don't got time for you to be celebrating, bro. Yo, shoot that, is it?
Look up to God, put my head in the sky. Losses after losses, I just wonder why. People think I'm tripping like my shoes untied. If it wasn't for the music, would've gave up now. Praying to God if I sleep alright. But I know that I'm spending up the average time. It's alright to cry sometimes. It's gonna be
Okay, mommy,
I gotta leave you
someday.
that's the scariest thing.
See someday.
I can't think of anything else to talk about. Well, night then. Yes. That's
Show you, then show what you write.
Hey. Lord no. Lord no. Lord no. Lord no. The shields, bro. No, I cracked his ass. Crazy. That kid's nice with it.
Small waist. Pretty face with a big bang. How you hit it on a bitch you my mama age.
Simba!
What?
How do you know that?
Finish the lyrics.
I've never made a video like that before.
Finish the lyrics.
Is this your late night watch? This is your history.
Okay,
is this your history? Okay, so we're gonna.
Don't be shy, just admit it. As soon as you do, you can come through and get it.
Alright, today we got day one of dumping ice water on myself. Banana banana as me back on snap. Here we go. Alright.
Yeah, it's easy when you play with a bunch of rejects and fat kids, Rodriguez.
Shut your mouth, Phillips.
What'd you say, crap face? I said you shouldn't even be allowed to touch a baseball. Except for Rodriguez, you're all an insult to the game. Come on! We'll take you on right here, right now! Come on! Yeah! Right now! We plan a real Diamond Porter. ain't good enough to lick the dirt off our cleats. Watch it, jerk. Shut up, idiot. Moron. Scab eater. Butt sniffer. Puss licker. Fart smeller. You eat dog crap for breakfast, geek. You mix your weave with your mama's toe jam. Yeah! You bob grapples in the toilet, and you like it. You play ball like a...
Like a girl.
Nah, fat kid, Rodriguez.
Shut your mouth, Phillips.
Would you say crap face? I said you should...
You see my bag and Louis V on my belt. Chillin' swing.
Diamonds, wait. Hold up.
Pistol swing. Gang thing. You see my bag.
Why these niggas still tapping in they savings? Why these niggas still writing to the statements?
You see my bag.
Why these niggas still tapping in they savings? Why these niggas still writing to the statements? Vampire couldn't cook me a stick. Why these niggas
said I won't pop this week, but a nigga fell in love with the drug. Shout it just cause your ass found that don't mean you can get what you want. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Said I won't pop this week, but so I was watching TV.
Definitely, they're gone.
People gon' come in your life and leave. Once they get what they want, they gone. People gon' come in your life and leave. Once they get what they want, they gone.
Oh my god, that was nice. That was 1v1 me, bro. Please. Wait, what's his name? Oh, anonymous. Nice. Bullshit, bro.
Unfortunately, sorry, bro. In chemistry class, man. Ryan, what's up? Pokey, what's up? Trey, what's going on? Yeah, new domination. I heard about that. Lituations, panels. Can you show season 4 rewards and agenda?
Double take.
Agenda, yeah. I'm looking.
Double take.
Right now, we're gonna look at everything. Onyx, Kevin Durant. Hold on, let me open this up. Why don't I have the update? Try to back out and go back in. Marcus, what's going on? Carmine, I see you. What's good? Mad, K-Dog. Jamie, I see you. Travis. Let me see. You started streaming as soon as I went on lunch. W. Okay, lit. Who's level 40? Bro, no man. There's not a man on this earth who's level 40 right now. Except for me, I am. It's just, I have to, like, where it says level 1 because I only do that so then 2K, like, they don't see it, and because I don't want to get banned. So, like, I put it on the stream, it shows level 1, but as soon as I end off the stream, it's going to be level 40. And I already have Galaxy Opal Kawhi Leonard. I'm just not going to show them because then people are going to think I'm cheating and report me, and then I'm going to get banned. Yo, Colin, what's going on? Zymir, what's up, man? Dude, Nelson, nice stream, love the grind, appreciate it, Wild. Channel starting to pick up again. Bro, we're about to hit 37.9. Okay, you heard that? 37.9. I need everyone to subscribe, man, if you aren't already.
People go down, nice.
Hello, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe in the next 2.2 seconds so you get 2.2 seconds of good luck. Today, we're going to be playing with my old keyboard that I haven't played with in a really long time. If you guys want to see more keyboard videos like this, leave a like, subscribe. I'm really sorry to this guy, but you're dead. You got words. That was tough. That was very tough. You blinked, and you died. Hello? There's a present. I don't know what you have. What are you doing? No, you stole my kill. Can I hit you?
On dick, dude. This kid's on dick. Can't hear for shit. This kid's on dick, that's why. I just be on dick. I just be on my fucking cock. It's crazy.
Thank you. No, come here. Get. And we go fast. Take this, big pot, take it, and I am sprinting. I still hear so many people fighting in here. Please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop. You're dead. You're dead. What is happening? Who's down here? Who? What? Why is this happening? There's so many people. I still think there's more people here. Show yourself. That was sick. Okay, well, there is an insane amount of people still left. I need more mats. I feel like this might get a little rough if I don't have more mats. How do we still have builds going through the ground in 2021 of Fortnite? Bruh, stop. Alright, I'm going to the middle because there's always people. And I see one. One's dancing. I'm pretty sure it's a bot. I'm being tracked. Nice. I can't hit a shot even though this guy's a bot. Wow, we're not gonna talk about that. That wasn't the keyboard, that was definitely the mouse. Alright, let's hurry this up. I'm gonna go kill the guy that's tracking me. Oh, he's over here. Hello, sir. Hello? Oh, he died. What? I think somebody turned off his router. That was really weird. Is that Mando? Oh, that's Mando. I really don't want to fight Mando, to be honest. I am going to get my own bounty. Mr. Pancake Man, I am here. Bounty is over there. I have to kill a school trooper. Does it just show the default skin when you get a bounty? Like, even if I got a OG school trooper, would I still get just a regular school trooper? I think this is the school trooper. Yeah, that was him. What the frick? Alrighty. Well, I could try to get another bounty. First zone has not yet closed. Yep. Pancake Man, I need your assistance once again. And this guy, he's pretty close too. Where'd they do? Where you be? Oh, hello. Ooh. I don't know if you want to test me. Oh, maybe you do. Okay, bro, that kind of...
Thank you.
That kind of stinks. Ow, bro. Always doing is spray. Alright, that's a lot of damage. And just like that, we big chillin'. I'm taking your scar. You don't deserve it. And we were still getting shot at by who? Show your face. Oh, he's really whited. What the heck? Oh, that was my bounty. Alright, well, I am kind of a hurt. Should I try to get another bounty? I do need to heal up. There's still so many people left. I have really good loot too. Yeah, I'll go for bounty. Pancake Man, assistance. Once again, this is probably for the last time because you're probably gonna die in storm. We got a recon expert. I've been seeing this guy in the kill feed quite a bit. This one might be a little toughy. I don't have too many mats. There is that thing. Ooh, hi. Sir. No. Oh my gosh! Oh, bring it all down! Oh, that was sick. That was nasty. Oh my gosh, dude, my hipfire. I was like a controller player there. That was mean. I feel bad. Not really. Nice YouTube channel. Thank you, Big Brick. Wait, I could get another bounty. I've gotten so many bounties. This is actually nuts. Pancake Man. Again, the assistant. Thank you so much. I may possibly be back because you're in zone. I'm gonna try to get another one. That would be so sick if I could get another one. Oh my gosh, there's a llama. Let's go. Dude, my luck is insane today. Look at him. He's just stuck. What are you doing? My bounty got eliminated. I'm heading for this guy. No. Oh my gosh, I thought he was like gonna one-pump me somehow. I heard that. How did that blow up? I didn't mean to do that. This might be a little weird. I don't know who this is. Oh, hello. I heard you have something for me. Wow, you got blocked. I'm gonna take this because this is fun, but I want these. Dude, I forgot how much I miss this keyboard. It is so much fun. I really want a big pot because I don't want to get sniped in the face. Oh my gosh, that was so clean. Imagine I hit that. Oh my gosh! Where are you? Oh no. No! Bro, I've played you. Somebody, oh no way you're in that, bro. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, don't touch me. I want to break the 20. The 20 would be pretty nice. I can get another bounty, I think. Can I? I think I can. Just tried to snipe me. Oh, imagine. Hello, sir. Another bounty. Ooh. Bro, please. What? So many people here. Stuck. Stuck again. Yeah, that guy's dead. 1,000,000%. Yeah, let's go. Alright, I'm jumping on top of this guy. Oh, he's not here anymore. No, he went down. I'll get this guy's stuff. I need another shockwave. I want to hit a trick shot with this thing. I've already hit one trick shot today. Okay. Instinct tells me there's a guy over there. If I instinct, I mean just common knowledge. Oh, dude, the Coliseum is like so much of this thing is gonna be so annoying. Hello? Where's this fighting? Hi. That guy's dead, right? Yeah, he's dead. Where's that other dude? It's Laserbeam. Hello, Mr. Laserbeam. Nice. Broken shield. He's probably dead. Oh wow, he's not dead. Okay, well, but this is gonna hurt a lot. No. No. Dead. Calm down. There's a guy under me. Come back. Come back. Oh, that was so clean. Bro, my shots in air kind of crazy clean. I forgot how great this keyboard was. I'm coming. Dude, imagine.
Soak your dry old bread in water, add extra virgin olive oil and salt, grab some pepper, add your tomatoes and sprinkle some onions. Rest your vegan and tear up some basil. A little more salt and olive oil, sit for 10 minutes.
Idiot.
Smell it gorgeous.
No, no, no. No, 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 no. This is bad. This is bad. I'm gonna heal a bullet. Oh, bro, he's one. Alright, nice. He's now last. Thank you very much.
I need that many now.
Try to hit a trick shot. If I hit a trick shot, 30,000 likes. I think it's in the storm now.
Dog on.
I couldn't imagine. Bro, he's probably in the Coliseum. Whoa, wait.
Do a mini.
He's just gonna camp inside of the
Come on, bro. I literally threw you a mini, bro. You should drink it.
Actually, he might die. Oh, balloon.
Come on.
I think he's dead. I think he actually screwed himself. Wait. Oh, he's under me. No.
Like what?
Come on, sir. Ba-da-da-da-da. That would have been insane. Stop!
People gonna call me like, oh, let's go.
90. Oh, you almost got clipped. No, I didn't shoot! Oh, that was still kind of sick though. Dude, I was like, nuts. This game. I don't know what happened to me. That was fun. I think I gotta use this keyboard more, man. It's so much fun.
Logger code, it's gonna be pinned to the top of the chat. I'll put 2 S's at the end of code, but I'm just gonna leave it there, bro. Who cares? Oh, we have 150 tokens.
Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome to the Would You Rather with my man K. Hello. AKA. Jeez. AKA. Some people call me that. AKA.
People gonna call me out and leave. They get what they want, they gone. I'm calling. Hey. Let's try. Let's protect the sanders. I can leave. Oh my god, here we go. Literally about to fight a sword. Nice. Nice. Dodo. Handcuffs and arrests is bad. Hey. Call. Put the phone at 5 in the morning that we can call. Handcuffs and arrests better. Hey. Shooting dog don't let me.
you never find in the nighttime. I can kill my guard, I don't need no fire line with you. Yeah, Era incómodo.
I think it was a cargo. It's annoying. I'm not gonna make it ever. If you're not gonna push on snipe. It's freaking lasering me. I sniped that kid, dude. It's fiending. God damn. Just get it now. I'm pushing now. It's pissing me off. Come. Cause you suck. Soon.
Everybody 1 minute to get in. We're going to go over the homework first so you can get that out. That was page 30C. 30C.
It's annoying, bro.
You guys had what's that? I don't know who that is. I am not letting that person in. Okay, sorry about that. So we're going to go over the homework. This answer key is posted on yesterday's date, so you can look at it there. But I have it here too, so you don't have to write this down real fast, but I want to talk about it. So, Jill, did you have a question you want to talk about first?
Yeah, can we go over 12?
12. Now again, you didn't have to do it the way this teacher did it. And this teacher does every single step, so not that you shouldn't do every single step, but this kind of explains how they did it. Okay, so let's go through it. The first thing this teacher did, who is that? 1 second. Who just joined us at the last minute?
Hi.
Who's that?
Me. I have a question on the homework really quick.
Hang on, who is that? Is that Nathan or?
Me, Fabian.
Fabian. You have to use your name when you're joining, because otherwise I won't let you in.
Oh, wait, my name isn't...
No, it's some name I've never seen before.
Oh, I'm logged into my sister's account, my bad.
Okay, that's okay. So next time go in, because that's why I bumped you out the first time. Because I'm like, I don't even know who this person is. I don't want to bring strangers in. Okay, you're in. I know who you are today. Okay. Jill wanted to see 12 first. We're going to talk about 12. All right. So the first thing they did in 12, as you can see in front of you, they changed everything to sines and cosines, actually on both sides. By doing that, they then combined, put this over 1, flipping times to get here. This teacher multiplies top and bottom by sine to kind of get rid of the fractions, the way I taught you guys was just to flip in times, and then you get to that bottom step. Okay? So whichever way you chose to do it. Okay? You can skip this step in here if you want and just go straight to the fraction, but it's up to you guys. Okay? So basically what they're doing from here to here, changing everything to sines and cosines. From here to here, flip in times and simplify those fractions. Over here, they're changing everything to sines and cosines. Are you good up to there, Jill?
Yeah.
Or do you see how they did it?
Yeah, I was just confused by the work that was in the middle.
Yeah. Instead of flipping and timesing, you can multiply both the top and bottom by the denominator, which is like really timesing by 1, anything over itself. So then this cancels with this, and then you're just left with this.
Oh. Okay.
Rather than flip and times, it does the same thing.
Yeah.
But this is the way this teacher does it. So.
Sines, are you just taking the cosine and sine and then just flipping it? I'm just confused.
Say that one more time.
So are you taking...
From this... Go ahead.
So are you just taking the cosine at the bottom and then flipping it? So you...
Yep, I'm doing this.
Oh.
I'm taking this fraction, I'm flipping it, and then I'm timesing it.
Oh, okay.
You get 1 over.
Now, I just couldn't see it. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you go from here down to here, that's what we did.
Okay.
Or the way we did it, okay? And sometimes I teach to do it the way this teacher did it, but this year, I don't want to confuse things. I'm trying to keep it really basic. I'd rather you do 2 extra steps and know what you're doing rather than try to do some...
Sorry, so I have a question.
On this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, when it's 1 over cosine, sine, like the second side of it, when it's like that, can you, like one more, go like on the one under it? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Can you put that to equal, like, cause I got that on the left side. Could you put that to equal the like the top right? You know what I mean?
You can make it anything you want, as long as it's equal.
Like, is that possible? Like, if it's a 1 over cosine squared theta sine theta, is that possible to make it to sec squared theta CSC squared theta?
That's just going back to where you just came from.
No, I did that on the left side. Like, I got the 1 over cosine squared theta sine theta on the left side, and then I changed it to sec squared theta CSC theta.
I don't know. You and I stick around at the end of class, and you and I will talk.
Okay.
I have to what you're talking about because I don't understand what you're doing there.
Okay.
The bottom line is, when you're at this point, you have to find common denominators. This becomes cosecant theta plus something. This over here is one big piece. This is multiplication. So it's not the same thing. One's addition and one's multiplication. You have to find common denominators. Yes.
At the top, how are you multiplying by cosine theta, sine theta? At like this.
Again, for our class, I wouldn't do it that way. It's 1 over cosine theta times sine theta over cosine theta.
Okay.
That's going to give you this. Rather than do it the way this teacher did it.
Okay, thank you.
That makes sense? I just don't want to, like I said, I don't want to start new stuff that you guys are going to get confused with. Okay, so, Jill, did I answer your question? Are you good from there to the end?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right, anybody else have a question on number 12? Any other part of it? I know there's lots going on there. On 12. All right, anything you want to say on the homework that you want to talk about, discuss, maybe that you're not sure about?
I have a question.
Go ahead, what do you got? Go ahead, Shelby.
Number 5.
I
just had like a question about the problem itself. It was a positive.
Okay, let's talk about it.
But on the answer key she had... Oh wait, never mind. I must have read it wrong.
Okay. That was an easy one. Okay, give me another one. Who else has one? Other questions, things you want to talk about?
Can you go over 11?
11? Okay, 11. I would factor the left. Oh, sneeze up a storm. I would factor the left, difference of squares. Are you okay with that step from here to here?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. This is a Pythagorean identity, which equals -1.
Suck, bro.
They then distribute the negative.
Oh,
Then remember, your whole answer is in cosecants. So they take this out, and they replace it with this, the Pythagorean identity, to get it to be all cosecants. Then they simplify it, what they have. Combine like terms. Distribute the negative and combine like terms. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys remember, do not do these arrows. That's only if you guys want me to make it so you can only work on one side at a time. You do not want me to do that. No arrows. If you have arrows, I'm marking it wrong. Do as I say, not as I do. This is somebody else's answer keys. I just like to use them because she has nice handwriting. All right, Fabian, did you have a question?
Yeah, could you go through number 13, please?
13. Okay, let's talk 13. All right, this person changed everything to sines and cosines, okay? That's how they went from here to here. From here, they're going to find common denominators, which takes you to here. They're just showing you in that middle step how they did that.
Yeah.
Okay? This, then if you notice over here, the top is all cosines. So they took this out and put the Pythagorean theorem in to get it to be all cosines.
Alright.
Then they simplified. Once in a blue moon, you'll be in the middle of your work and you'll be like, I don't even know where to go from here. That's not a Pythagorean identity. What do I do? Look at where you're going. Look at what your goal is. The beauty with these is you know the answer. You know what you're aiming for. So just go look at the other side and see how close you've gotten. And be like, oh, I'm really close. I just need to get rid of this piece. How do I get rid of this piece?
Yeah, no, I got stuck on this one because I was trying to do the other side.
Well, you can. If I was going to do the other side, I will tell you I'd split the fraction first. Sine theta cosine, I think it's mu, minus 2 cosine squared mu over cosine. That's what I would do first. Because see how this is 2 pieces?
Yeah.
This makes it into 2 pieces. Now, I don't know if that helps. I don't know where you're going to go with that. That would be my first thought, but it gets more complicated from there.
Alright. So, like,
you'd have to adjust for fractions. Anyway, this is one way. Whatever way you did it, I'm not saying you have wrong steps, but obviously you got stuck along the way. This is one way that it can be done.
Thank you.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay, yeah, that's what you got.
So, do you not want us putting arrows, or do you not want us
No arrows. Nope, you write this down every time.
Okay, we can still work on one side though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Next question. Things on the homework you need to talk about or want to talk about or want to discuss. Are they getting better? Yeah. This is where we were in class. I could see faces. And they're either like shell-shocked faces or, oh yeah. 0.
Number 3.
3. By the way, they're not in order of difficulty per se. Like, they might have harder ones at the beginning. Obviously, this one's a long one. Alright, the first thing I think of is foiling that thing. That, or change them all to sines and cosines, and then foil. It doesn't matter. So, first, outer, inner, last. Then I change them all to sines and cosines, and it gets me to this step right here. First, outer, inner, last. Combine, and make them all sines and cosines, and simplify. You get this far. These then cancel, so then you get this far. From there, I would do common denominators. Common denominators get you to this. And then the top's Pythagorean identity, and then they simplify. Is there a step that you want to talk about, or you're not sure about?
I just didn't get the middle, like the 1 over cosine x, sine x minus cosine x, sine over sine x. It's like the middle, like direct middle one.
This? Or further down?
Further down.
So you were okay up to here?
Yeah.
So then you got to there and then didn't know what to do?
Yeah.
Common denominators.
Okay.
So remember, that's the point where you say, okay, I did a lot, but I don't know how, I need to get to this. It's a single term. You have 2 terms. So you need to get them together. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Other questions? Anybody? Okay, take some problems out of the textbook. I'm not giving textbook problems as homework problems, though I could. But I just figured that would be a good place to like pull some problems that you guys might like to do. All right, so this is on just any piece of paper. Pull up a blank sheet, Notability, or on a separate piece of paper if you like to write paper and pen. We're gonna try these. They're numbered because they're out of the textbook in section 5.2. And I'm just showing you what numbers we're doing. If you ever want to use that section, numbers I think 1 to 40 are all pretty good. Like everything up to 40 is what we're doing. So I'm pulling this up. All right, so let's go. These range in difficulty, I just did a random selection for you. I tried to put them in order of difficulty from easiest to hardest just to kind of warm you up today. All right, so let's go. Everybody do number 28. 1 over sine theta minus 1 over cosecant theta equals cosecant theta minus sine theta. Oh, those are copied those wrong. Those are thetas. Cosecant theta minus sine theta. All right, everybody do it, and then I want a blue hand raise when you're done. That's going to be where the 3 dots are for the more. Everybody to give me a blue hands up that you are finished the problem. You will find that in your little 3 dots. I will tell you I'm going to do this in 1 step. You're not moving forward until I get a hands up from everybody. If you're stuck, you can also give me hands up just saying that you don't know where to go, so I know that you're done. If I don't get a hands up from everybody, I'm going to wonder if you're even here. Because this one's a 1-stepper, people. 1-stepper. Zero, you here? I know you're here. I just talked to you. Woo, you here? Jamie? Jamie?
No.
So, for this one, 1 over sine theta is a cosecant theta using the reciprocal function. 1 over cosecant theta is a sine theta.
I gotta get
Same thing as a cosecant theta.
Oh my god, I get floppers in.
Woo, done. 1 step. A little warm up. Alright, 25. Same deal. Give me a hands up when you are done, number 25. Secant x minus cosine x equals sine x tangent x. If you're stuck at any point in time on any of these problems, there's 3 questions you should be asking yourself. Is there algebra I can do? Is there an identity I can use? And when those 2 things don't work, change everything to sines and cosines, and then ask the question again. Because remember, sines and cosines are like your ABCs of these. you guys go. Alright, we want everybody to get a chance to do it. If you're working on it and you got stuck, you can also raise your hand, just so I know that you're done and you're ready for me to talk. It's okay. No harm, no foul.
Can I try this one?
I'm going to try because I want to talk them through it, but thank you. Thank you for the offer. Okay, this one's a little bit longer in length, so I'm going to start, well, I can do it in 3 steps, but for those who are stuck. So in this particular case, there's no algebra that you can do right away. We can maybe talk identities. We can change everything to sines and cosines. So that's what I'm going to do. Ooh. So I'm going to change this to 1 over a cosine x minus cosine x equals. Now I can address that now or later. I think I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, I'll come back. Over 1. This is a single term. You have 2 terms. At this point, I'm thinking algebra. Okay, meaning we need common denominators. So we're going to multiply both of this by cosine, top and bottom. So now I have 1 minus a cosine squared x over a cosine x. Now, notice that I have cosines and sines kind of thing. I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to change that tangent to a sine over a cosine. So that way I have all sines and cosines. So I have sine squared x over cosine x. Now the whole thing's in sines and cosines. Now look at what you have on the left and look at what you have on the right. We're close, right? It doesn't matter which side you change, but we're going to use Pythagorean theorem, Pythagorean identity. So 1 minus cosine squared x is a sine squared x. Or you could have changed the sine squared x to 1 minus a cosine squared x and done this in 1 less step. It doesn't matter to me. So it could have been done in maybe like 3 steps. Done. Check. Verified.
If you kept the sine...
What is there?
I said if you kept the sine x tan x, can't you just like cross out one of the x's like on the left side at the bottom? Can't you just cross out like one of the sine x's over the cosine and then make that tangent?
Yes, you could make this into this if you wanted to, because you have 2 sines here. So one sine is here and the other sine goes with the cosine to make the tangent. That's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. How many people had that one by themselves? Give me a raised hand if you got that all by yourself. Okay. Alright. Good group. Okay. Good enough. I can't see everybody's yeses and nos anymore. That's why I'm having you 2 raised hands. Okay. So moving on. 26. Ooh, the plot thickens. Dun, dun, dun. That looks scary. Secant x times a quantity cosecant x minus 2 sine x equals a cotangent x minus a tangent x. Yes, it does. Now you gotta prove it to me. For a second. If you're really diligent, you can do this one in 4 steps, but it's probably going to take you a few longer than that. Depending on how you do it. Sitting there with nothing on your paper. Is there some algebra you can do? Are there identities you can use? If those 2 things fail in your mind, change everything to sines and cosines. The sine and cosine thing isn't always a great way to start because it'll make it, sometimes it can give you extra steps, but hey, go for it. Who cares? So once again, when you get where you're going, give me a raised hand that you're finished or that you're as far as you can go. If you have a question, shout it out. Just love a good verify problem. Come on, this is fun, people. Fun, fun, fun. At some point you get stuck, look at the other side. What are you trying to get to? Is there an algebra step you can do? Can you combine fractions? Can you factor? Can you FOIL? Can you whatever, something? Is there an identity you can use? Maybe get it to all sines and cosines. There's so many ways to do this one, by the way. So when you see my work, it may not match yours, but you'll know if you're done because you got it to match it. Anybody stuck? Want a helpful hint? Okay, I'm going to start talking since it's going to take me a few minutes to write this out. And again, you may not do it the way I do it. I'm just going to go with what I think most of you did. Probably on this one, I'm going to imagine most people went and changed everything to sines and cosines. I'm going to do that first, then I'm going to distribute that secant. I'm going to do the algebra second. If you do the algebra first, it doesn't make a difference. It's the same potato. So I'm going to do 1 over cosine x. I am going to distribute this eventually. Sine x minus 2 sine x, that's over 1. You know, there's nothing on the bottom, just showing people. Equals a cosine x, sine x.
Oh.